Welcome back to the news at 10. The All Progressives Congress has been reacting to the claims by the Department of State Services on alleged plans to clone voters' cards and infiltrate INEC's database. The party says it's disappointed about the handling of the invasion of its office by the DSS and the treatment of its members, and has promised to pursue the case in court. The APC Publicity Secretary Alhaji Lai Mohammed reacted to the DSS allegations in an interview with Channels Television today in Abuja.
On 24th of November, the same Barry Oga that gleefully went to the whole world and said we went to raid the office of the APC office in Lagos because we had allegations they were cloning cards. More than a month later, they can't give us one piece of card that was cloned. What else did they do? Packed innocent women to Abuja, flew them blindfolded, including the pregnant ones among them, chained their legs all throughout, deprived them food and drugs for the 10 days that they were in the SS custody, and came out and said they had obtained confessions from them. This is disgraceful. Now they're no longer talking about clone cards. They're not talking about our intention to hack into the INEC register. Absolute hogwash. I mean, it would have been funny, but for the fact that it's coming from an SSS organization, it is partisan, it is completely unprofessional, it is an irritant, and it's some kind of thing that I'm sure they're doing in conjunction with the PDP just to distract us. We're supposed to be distracted, and we're waiting eagerly to go to court.
APC Publicity Secretary there, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. Now, about 8 people have been killed in clashes between Fulani herdsmen and residents of Bagana community in Kogi state, that's north-central Nigeria. Reports say trouble started over grazing and resource control, a situation which has caused people to flee their homes to neighboring villages. Our community report tonight looks into the cause of the violence that's led to the loss of lives and destruction of property.
Now you're talking.
What is the consequence of war? The answer to that question can be found in Bagana community in Kogi state, north-central Nigeria, a boundary town between Benue and Nasarawa states. Going through the town, the sight of burning buildings and vehicles is very much apparent. But what could have caused so much devastation in this area, known as the home of peace?
The cause of the problem is majorly on the control of the finances of that place. Between the Hausa Fulani, they have upper hand because we have some of them as cattle merchants, and they're in control of the economy there. And Igala and Gato that are supposed to own the place, they play a kind of menial role.
But is this enough reason for such mayhem to be unleashed on fellow human beings? The few people left appear to be fleeing for their lives with sacks of food to last them for the period. And those that can't leave survive the best way they can. This resident recounts the events.
Everybody just left the house and ran away. So eventually, after we left now, they came. The government came. All of a sudden, we don't know where they came from. They came and destroyed all the town.
To make matters worse, the police station, which is served as a protection house, is not spared. A clear indication that the rule of law has been overpowered. So how easy can the perpetrators be traced?
What happens is that they go out to invite people. People coming to fight in that place, they are not resident in Bagana as such. They invite them from outside. The Agado people invite the Agado brothers in Benue. The Fulani people invite their Fulani brothers from Nasarawa, and they come to fight and go back.
This story is not being told for arms to remain folded, but for the relevant authorities to rise to their duties before this incident creates a ripple effect that will spin out of control.
Now you're talking.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Bala Mohammed, has presented a memo seeking the Federal Executive Council's approval for the award of contracts for the construction of sewage facilities to connect Guzape district to the trunk mains in the FCT. That district is located around the fringes of the NCT, of the FCT, I beg your pardon, and was not initially considered to be part of the Abuja City Master Plan. The minister says the 300 million naira has been set aside by the FCT authority as part of the funds for the projects.
First Bank.
Welcome to Business News. After a 3-year legal battle, Royal Dutch Shell has agreed an $83.4 million settlement to residents of Bodo community in the Niger Delta for 2 oil spills. The spills came from the same source on the Trans-Niger pipeline operated by Shell, which takes oil from its fields to the export terminal at the Bonny terminal. Counsel for 15,600 fishermen resident in Bodo say their clients will receive $3,300 each for losses caused by the oil spills. However, Shell maintains that the extent of environmental pollution in the area was a result of the scourge of oil theft and illegal refining. It's the first time that compensation will be paid to thousands of individuals who've suffered losses. Shell has also promised to clean up the Bodo Creek over the next few months. The Federal Ministry of Finance has denied reports that the present administration has squandered the nation's foreign reserves. According to the ministry, the reserves have fluctuated over the years in line with developments in the international oil markets. The ministry adds that it's incorrect for anyone to say that the nation's external reserves were dipped into to settle foreign currency obligations. The Finance Ministry explained that as at May 2007, Nigeria's gross reserves were estimated at $43.1 billion, including the CBN's external reserves of $31.5 billion. It says $9.43 billion were retained in the excess crude account, while $2.18 billion was kept in the federal government's savings. Telecoms giant MTN has launched a new application to help Nigerians use the power of the internet to do extraordinary things. At a press briefing in Lagos, MTN's General Manager of Corporate Affairs, Fumilayo Onojide, told journalists that the new product, called My 2015 app, is one of the many goodies subscribers will enjoy under the company's Better Me campaign. Our correspondent, Chris Lems, reports.
Management of telecommunications giant MTN Nigeria in a meeting with journalists.
I might lose their trust.
The aim is to hit the ground running this year with the introduction of the Better Me campaign. And on hand to kickstart the event is the GM Corporate Services.
You know, Nigerians are already very innovative, and millions of people, especially our youth, are already very familiar with the internet. The Better Me campaign will build on that, and we will expose Nigerians from all walks of life to how they can use the internet to do all sorts of things that are relevant to their own peculiar circumstances, and show them how various digital and data products and services can make their lives better.
There seems to be a lot of interesting parts to this campaign, one of which is My 2015 app. And here the Chief Marketing Officer, MTN, Adebayo Adekombi, expatiate further on this initiative.
Reality already happening. It's just for us to demonstrate to Nigerians that there's so much you can make, There's so much you can do, there's so much access you can have when you leverage the power of the internet. So it's against that backdrop that we've articulated a new meaning of me plus the internet is a better me, essentially. So I want to believe that as we sit in this room, some of us might wait till tomorrow to report this, but somebody might be using Twitter to report this as it's happening. So I'll call that person a better me journalist.
A little simulation of the application is carried out by the developer, after which he explains further.
The app is able to help you curate news, tips, articles across Nigeria and across the world, but most importantly situated around here. And you're able to take what you know would work for you. We have other services like resolutions, must-dos, and so on and so forth, where we help you keep track of what you've promised to do in 2015.
With all these solutions and more available to MTN subscribers on demand, all in a one-stop app, 2015 is turning out to be the year of unlimited answers. Chris Illems, Channels Television News.
MTN, everywhere you go.
Sell pressure continued at the equities market as key indicators continue to plummet, with the all-share index shedding 4.17% to 31,167 points. Bolaji Akinwale has more.
Hello, welcome to the Stock Market Reports. Key indicators at the Nigeria equities market continue to plummet. At the midweek session, the benchmark index fell by 4.17% to close at 31,167.54. Blue chip stocks laid on the decliners table. Seplat lost 16 naira 69 kobo ahead of Guinness and Dangote Cement, which shared 15 naira 30 kobo and 9 naira 2 kobo. On the gainers table, 40 oil chalked up 6 naira 78 kobo. Presco, PZ, International Brewers and Ashaka Cement were among the top price appreciators. Bank stocks continued to rake in more units of shares on the volume chart. ETI, which had topped the chart for some sessions, maintained its lead today with 103.02 million shares. Others include Guaranty Trust Bank, Zenith Bank, FBN Holding and Diamond Bank. In all, more than 5.4 billion naira was exchanged for 393.36 million shares in 3,930 deals. That's it on the Stock Market Report. I am Bolaji Akinwale.
That's it on Business News. On the news at 10, we'll leave you with those other markets from around the world. Ijoma will be right back with the rest of the news.
First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, double honours for Nigeria as Aruna Quadri wins the 2014 International Table Tennis Federation Best Male Player and Star Point Awards in Dubai. That's on sports. Just stay with us.